Good morning, everyone. I am Sandy with Debbie Sandy Design Co. Thanks for jumping on with me this morning. When you jump on, tell me hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Today we're going to be making a little hot cocoa mini bar, and I've already started staining part of it. But this is just a little wooden shelf kit. Super cute, super rustic. You know I like rustic and primitive. And this is going to be simple. We're going to decorate it up, make it beautiful, and then we're going to load it up for our hot cocoa bar. Let's see, like I said, when you jump on, tell me good morning. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because we need to get this stained. And today I'm going to be using a water-based stain. It's Antique Brown by General Finishes. This is probably my favorite stain, but I'm going to show you how to lighten it up just a little bit. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Miss Gina. Good morning, Estelle. Hello, Tammy. And Tammy, actually, I'm Sandy. That's okay. People get us confused all the time. So, because this is a water-based gel stain, it is super easy to use. All we're going to do is put it on. Now, a good way to get a good even stain is to work in long strokes as much as possible. And you want to work quickly because a water-based stain is going to dry a lot quicker than an oil-based stain. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this whole side. And then I'm going to tell you one of the advantages of a water-based stain. I want to make sure that I get everything nicely covered. And anywhere that I have raw ends, because this is rustic, they're going to take the stain a little more. Have my spray bottle. Maybe. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that, and then you can see I've been using my cloth to wipe it back. So you, unless you want it that dark. If you want it that dark, hey, go for it. But I still want this to look like old wood. So anywhere that I have put the stain, I'm going to wipe it back. I'm going to be sure to get in those corners really well. And we went just that quick. Y'all, I forgot to put my microphone on. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Just that quick, we went from unfinished to gorgeous. So let's get this other side. And y'all talk to me while I'm staining, because this can get a little boring.
Mary Lou wanted to know where your apron was.
Mary Lou, I never wear an apron. I should, but I don't. I think I have one pair of blue jeans and maybe 3 shirts that don't already have paint on them. I'm also a furniture painter, so you can bet I've got paint on everything. So we're just going to keep adding this. And remember, to get a good even coat, you want to work in long strokes, and anywhere that you have a raw end on the board, it's going to take the stain a little bit more, but that's okay. That just adds to the feel.
Mary Lou wanted to know if you or I made the shelf.
Brian made the shelf, and if you want a kit, now we don't ship the shelves pre-assembled. We do ship them in an unfinished kit. Comes with everything. All of the wood's pre-cut. You get all of the screws, everything you need to put it together, even the instructions. And we have it listed on our website. How did we list it? I think it's DIY Shelf Kit.
Yeah.
And I think I have a link to it in the description of the video. You missed the beginning. Oh, Yes, we did. We have this kit available on our website. There's a link in the description of this video that will take you straight to the shelf if you're interested in it. I see an edge that I left this morning, so need to be sure and get that because we don't want to leave anything undone. And now I'm going to start working on getting this bottom shelf done. And then we get to decorate. I get to show you all my ideas. I will be putting this on the bar in my kitchen, close to my coffee pot. And I'm going to decorate it for Christmas. And then after Christmas, I will take those off, everything that we put on it today, and I will reset it for everyday use. So I will set it up as a mini coffee bar. You could use this in your bathroom as an organizer shelf. Actually, Brian, this would be a really good place for me to put my makeup. I need another one.
You could hang it too.
You could hang it on the wall. This simple little shelf has so many uses. I love things like this because I'm always changing my mind on where I want things, and I'm reorganizing. And something that's just simple like this that can be dressed up easily, you can use it anywhere. Okay, you're going to see right here what I mean about the raw edges. Take the stain a little bit more. So see how those two raw edges are just a little bit darker? That's fine. I'm actually going to put a little bit of water and wipe it again. And just lighten it up a little bit. And we can get the top of this finished. And I'm sorry I'm working, y'all are just seeing the back, but all I'm doing is just applying the stain and then wiping it back.
Tammy missed the beginning to ask if we built the shelf.
Yes, Miss Tammy, we actually have these unassembled kits on the website. There is a link in the description of this video. I'm making sure that I get in those corners really well. If you're interested in one, they come with all of the screws and everything, the instructions and pre-cut, everything to put them together. And we are making a cocoa bar. And my nose started itching. So if you are watching from Craft Round the Clock, welcome. Again, I am Sandy with Debbie Sandy Design Co. My partner, Miss Debbie, will be on tomorrow with something fabulous. We have two completely different styles that we have discovered work well together.
Patty Turner Hickey is asking what stain you're using.
I am using a water-based wood stain by General Finishes. The color is antique brown. It's probably my favorite stain ever. And because it's water-based, I'm not worried about getting it on my hands because soap and water will take it right off. And y'all, I'm not going to be top coating this. You could, if you're going to be using it in a bathroom or close to your kitchen sink, anywhere that's going to be getting a lot of moisture, I would go ahead and top coat, just your favorite top coat. My favorite top coat happens to be a satin finish. Sometimes I like a dead flat finish, but for this I would probably do a satin, but because I'm not going to have it really near a lot of moisture, I'm just going to leave the stain. And I've got one corner that can't get to. Isn't that the way it always is? There has to be one difficult one.
Like the back leg on furniture.
Like, that's not nice. He said like the back leg on furniture. I am notorious when I paint furniture for forgetting one back leg. That's why I have him. By the way, him is my husband, Mr. B. He is our shipping department, and I would say our manufacturing manager, because he keeps us all on task. This shelf, and I think we'll be done. And we can start with the fun stuff. One little corner, there, I got it. Finally. All I'm doing right now, and you don't have to do this, but because I want to lighten this just a little bit, because it's water-based, you can thin it with water. So I am just spraying it with a little bit of water and then wiping it back. And this actually turned out gorgeous. I love this color. The color is antique brown. It is so rich looking. Now look, isn't that a huge difference? Just by adding a little bit of stain. So now we need to decide, I've got to figure out where to put put it down here. We need to decide if we want to add a little bit of black paint. And what I think I will do is just dry brush a little bit of black paint on the sharp edges just to age them a little bit. So I have, this is by Paint Couture. It's Little Black Dress. It's actually one of their metallics. Uh-oh, there we go. Hello, Miss Monica, welcome. We appreciate you being here. Alright, if you all saw me and Debbie yesterday, this is the one that she opened and made the mess with. But I'm going to use it again today. So I have taken just one of the cheap chip brushes and given it a haircut, because I want it to be really stiff. And so I load up just the tips with paint, and now I'm going to dab most of it off. And then sort of using the side, I'm just going to hit those sharp corners to give it a little bit of detail. Because even though this is a super simple shelf, it does have some lovely details on it. And this may not show up as well on camera as it's looking here, but I'm glad I decided to do this, because this gives it a little bit of age and a little bit of interest. And it brings in a little bit of the black that we're going to be using, because y'all know I'm going to be using black and white. If I'm missing comments, I apologize. I will go back after the video and read all the comments and answer any questions. So I'm just sort of laying my brush on its side and hitting those corners. And be sure not to forget the inside. This will give it almost a charred effect. And because I'm offloading my brush on the plastic that I have here, I'm not worried about getting too much. Once I get this done, I'll hold it up and see if they're going to show up.
Amy said she likes the look the black paint's giving it.
Thank you. So I think I want to put a little bit, I just want to dry brush a little bit in the corners and on the edges. And I'm working out of the lid of my paint. Oh, I'm really liking the look. Get the top shelf done. Ooh, I got too much paint that time.
Mini Cutter Chrome says, I'm late. Where did you get the shelf?
Miss Minnie, this is a kit, a shelf kit that we have available on our website. There is a link to it in the description of this video.
I posted the links.
You posted the link to this. Okay, Brian just posted it in the comments too. I'm going to give this top shelf a bit more black than the bottom shelf because it's going to show more. And the black is really bringing out the wood grain. Okay. Oh yeah, it shows up really well. So, okay. Now we can start building our elements for it. Let me turn my hot glue gun on, and y'all pray for me that I don't burn myself again. Liz, yes, and it was actually quite funny because he was in the workshop and I went out and asked him if he had watched any of it. And he got this sheepish little grin on his face and he said, yes, but I had to turn it off. And I said, why? And he said, well, y'all were talking about aging. Yes, we were. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side for a second while we build our decorative elements. I'm also going to flip this over so I don't get paint on everything. Actually, I'm just going to set this down here. Excuse me. Okay, so the first thing that I have is I have these adorable miniature Santa mugs that Debbie found for me because I love Santa mugs. And then these are just the brush trees from the Dollar Tree. And all I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue around the bottom of the tree, and I'm going to glue it to my miniature Santa mug. When my hot glue gun gets hot. Oops, you know what? I have a sign I want to put on the back first. Look at this. 98 cents at Walmart. But look at this. And you're going to see how adorable this is going to be. As soon as my glue gun gets hot, I should have already had it turned on. But we're going to put this right here. And then we're going to have some miniature swags and our little Santa mugs, and then I have other Santa mugs, and we're going to set our cocoa bar up. Good morning, everyone. I'm in Ryan, Georgia, so it's still a bit early. It's not going to heat up quick when you want it to. So while I'm waiting on that, let me show you the cool stuff that I got to make our miniature swags out of. So look at this. Has the little red berries, but y'all, this feels like suede. It feels like either suede or leather. I got these at Hobby Lobby, of course, when they were 50% off. So we're going to make our miniature swags out of these that are going to go on either side. It's beginning to heat up. My battery may be dead. There it goes. There it goes. Or not.
Mary Hayes Hagney said, did you get the peppermint and chocolate spoons from Dollar Tree? Our store just put them out.
I got the peppermint spoons last year. I haven't seen them in our Dollar Tree this year, but I will be getting some. I would get the chocolate spoons, but they would never make it. Look how cute that is. Make sure that's going to stay. And then I have this one that I'm going to put the smaller tree in. Y'all know I don't like things that are exactly symmetrical. Actually, I've already got that one in. Okay, so now we need to figure out where we want our Santa sign. I want him up a little bit. I don't want him sitting flat on the bottom. So I think I'm going to put him right about there. And I'm putting a good amount of hot glue on here to make sure that it stays. And he needs to come over this way some. Now it will heat up that metal, so be careful when you're holding it. And I think we're going to have to put a little black and white buffalo ribbon on it. This is really cute. It has the little miniature fuzzy balls. What do you call those? Pom-poms. Has the little miniature pom-poms. And then I'm just going to get a piece of twine to tie this to keep it in that rustic look. And we will add that to our sign. This is the simplest bow ever. I'm glad this paint and stain dries quick because I've got it all over my hands. I could be ruining a bunch of stuff here, but I'm not. Thank you. I can't say that name.
Tarita.
Tarita. Thank you, Tarita. We're keeping everything simple and farmhouse and Santa. So I just tied a piece of twine around my little bow. I'm going to clip those edges and we're going to glue it up here to this sign. Make sure I've got that moved to the back and pulled tight. We'll just give it a little dollop of hot glue. And we're going to stick it right here. Okay. How cute is that? Okay, I want to make little swags to hang right here on these angled pieces. So I'm going to grab my greenery and I'm just going to pull out, we're going to start with 3 and 3 pieces, 4 pieces, and see how that looks. So I'm going to clip the 4 pieces off, clip them apart.
Suzanne Haley sprinkled.
Thank you, Miss Suzanne. Which, by the way, Suzanne is my middle name. So you have a great name. Okay, when I put them together, I want one in the center to be a little bit longer. Yep, I think 4 is going to be good. And I'm going to go back to my twine and I'm just going to tie these off with twine and then we're going to make another bow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces of twine. And then I'm coming down about a thumb's length because I still want a little bit of the greenery to show above. And I'm going to wrap this just about 3 times and then tie it in a knot. And that's where we're going to place our bow. And you can see right here how that's just going to hang down and give us a little bit of color. You could put tiny cup hooks in here to hang these on. I didn't grab any, so we're going to hot glue it. So I'm going to pull off some ribbon, and again we're going to do that super simple bow. I need to figure out what size, because I think this one needs to be, let's see, yep, about like that. Just tie a knot in the back and squeeze it up. I'm going to dovetail these ends. To dovetail, you've seen me do it before. I'm layering this but you just fold it like a taco, and then you're going to cut down from the folded edge. And that gives you the perfect little dovetails. Let me clip these twine ends. And now I just need to, let's see, I need to clip these too. Hang on. Y'all are about to let me get by with something. I'm going to put a dollop of hot glue right there just to hold that together. I think I'll put my bow right here. And I'm going to glue it right here. We're almost there. Okay, everybody's being awfully quiet, or he's not telling me what you're saying. Okay. So I will play with my tails and get them neater, but see how cute this is going to be? Let's make one more for the other side. So again, I'm just clipping these apart. I just want to keep this in the rustic theme. My house is a little old farmhouse, and pretty much everything in it is black and white, or black and white and sandy teal, with a little bit of red thrown in. Thank you, Debbie. Is that my Debbie? Mm-hmm. The one I have papers on? Mm-hmm. Trying to work clean today. Okay, I want this one a little bit longer because it's got the red berries on the tip. And now we're just going to wrap this again with our twine, leaving a little bit of overhang at the top.
Miss Gina says, I love the way this looks.
Thank you, Miss Gina. Just wait. Just wait. It gets super cute. It really, really does. Okay, that twine was a bit short, so I'm going to be sure that I put a little bit of glue on it. And now let's get our bow. And I am just going to measure it next to the one that we've already made. So we get them somewhat the same size. And I love mixing the black and white checks with the twine or burlap. It's one of my favorite things. Get that pulled tight. Dovetail my ends after I clip my twine. How many times can I say twine in one video? Because I feel like it's been about 55. Alright, let's get the bow on. Now we're going to get this on, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to set it up.
Gina Buffington sent you 200 stars.
Oh, Miss Gina, thank you for the stars. We appreciate that. Oops. Helps if you hold it. There we go. Okay. Now let's move everything off and start setting it up. Did it fall?
Yep.
I didn't hold it long enough. I'm trying to rush. Because I want to get to the cute part. So I put 2 cup hooks underneath the top shelf. I'll show you that in just a second. There, I think it'll stay now. So I don't know if you can see them, but I've got 2 cup hooks under here. And I have a couple of vintage Santa mugs that we are just going to hook under there. Let me get his little tag moved. There. And then I have taken a metal tray that I got at Dollar Tree, and I have put packets of instant cocoa. So we're just going to slide that in right under our mugs. We can't forget about our little Santas for up top. This is going to be so cute. And then I got these on clearance at Hobby Lobby, but I think they have them back in. It's just 3 little tin buckets that are connected. It has a little wooden handle. I might even stain the handle or put a bow on it, but we're going to set it up on the top. And in it, I would put, I've got some peppermints here. I would put chocolate chips, miniature marshmallows, and on the bottom, wait, is this going to go on the bottom? No. Yeah, this was going to go on the bottom, and this was going to go on top. Or something else that you could use for your hot cocoa bar is instant coffee, so people could make mocha. That would be me. I always put a little bit of coffee in my chocolate just to make it richer. And then for those peppermint spoons or chocolate spoons, another little metal bucket to set up top. And y'all, look at how cute that turned out. I just love that Santa sign. All right. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, put them in the comments or send us a message. We will be happy to answer them. Love y'all, and I will see you later. Bye.